For most of us, when we were young, we were surrounded by people who care a lot about us, like our parents and family. But when we get older, we are expected to be more independent and like to lead independent lives. And we might realize that if we want to achieve our dreams, we have to rely on ourselves. And from time to time, it may feel like nobody cares about us. Like, for example, if you really want to be like an astronaut, your parents probably won't be able to help you a lot, and your friends might not know a lot about it. So in which case you have to rely on your own hard work and yourself to achieve your goal. So today I'm going to talk about whether or not it's true that nobody cares about you. So firstly, why do we care? Like I mentioned before, it's because since we were young, we were surrounded by people who care a lot about us. So like when we first learned how to walk and talk, our parents praised us a lot, and we were raised to seek praise and approval. Or for example, in school, when like your teachers, like if you do your homework really well, you might get like a distinction and get praised by your teacher. But when we grow up, we're expected to be more independent and lead independent lives, and we don't receive the same kind of care and attention as we do when we were younger. So what does it mean? It means that like lots of people are busy with their own lives and they won't stop to push you, and like life won't pause for you. So for example, I watched loads of movies, and like some of them have like tragedies, and I've noticed that only the characters who have enough courage and like strength in themselves to carry on going end up making like a positive turn in their lives. Secondly, this is actually a blessing in disguise because it forces you to take control of your own life and focus on what truly matters to yourself, to shift your energy and invest in your own growth, because you realize that only you can achieve your dreams, so you have to push yourself to live life to the fullest. So for example, I really wanted to play my flute in this talent show in school, but I was always really scared of what if I messed up a note, or what would other people think if I performed badly. But once I realized this, and I wanted to take control of my own life and do what I wanted without caring about what others think. So eventually I got enough courage to actually sign up and stand up there and perform, because I knew it would be good for my own personal growth and to develop my own like playing skills and confidence to play in front of a stage. Thirdly is to live with purpose. So there was this story I read once of this old Japanese farmer who like grew apples for like decades because he wanted to grow organic apples and make sure it didn't have any chemicals inside it. So many people like from the villages, they like asked him why he was doing this and thought it was a waste of time, but eventually like after a while he managed to succeed, and his apples actually like, it was like scientific tests proved that it like decayed like slower than the normal apples, and it also tasted better. But I think that even if he didn't succeed, there would be no doubt that he fulfilled his life and he lived with purpose, because he ended up doing what he was like passionate about. So, and which is like, yeah, live with purpose. So every choice also carries a personal responsibility that no one else can carry. So for example, if you make a bad decision, then you have to deal with the consequences yourself, and maybe your parents and friends can help with some of that burden, but in the end it's all on you. But also if you make a good decision, then you get the rewards, and you'll be like happy. And so you don't need validation for a meaningful life, and instead you have to be self-reliant and stop seeking approval from others and external validation, because we all want to be liked by everyone. But obviously that's not possible, because you can't please everyone at the same time, because everyone has their own opinions that you can't change. So universal approval is like an illusion, but you have to have an unwavering sense of self and to believe in yourself and to go in your own direction no matter what others say, and to have that drive, determination and discipline to achieve your follow your dreams. and yeah, bring purpose into your life and do what you're like passionate about. So many people also, once they encounter failure, they see it as something really horrible, and they start to like give up on like what they were trying to achieve and the goals, and then they waste a lot of time like in self-pity and like frustration and anger, and they let their emotions control them. But for like example, Thomas Edison, when he was making the light bulb, he like failed 1,000 times, but eventually like he managed to succeed and make one that worked, and now we use it like all the time. He treated every like failure as a learning experience and stepping stone that would eventually help him reach his goal. And once you live with purpose and you follow like your passion and your dreams, then you start being more confident and authentic and like lead by example, and other people will look up at you and see how much you like changed like for the better. Because once you believe that you're the version of yourself that you would want to be, then you start acting like it. So if you want to be more confident and you start like acting like pretending you are that confident person, then eventually you will develop that trait. Lastly, life will test you. So like stress is unavoidable in life, and nobody will do the hard work for you. And like many people, when they they hate like the hardships in their lives, and they're scared of it. But some people like they need to but like hardships are like inevitable, and you can never like escape from it in your life, because no matter what, you always encounter them. But some people treat hardships as like a learning experience as well. Like they, every single time they experience a challenge, they're exposed to like the challenges, they get stronger from it, and they're like prepared for setbacks because they know it's unavoidable. So I read this book called Pursuit of Happiness that is also like a film, and the main character, Chris Gardner, when his wife left him and like he didn't have a job and he had to like care for his son as well, he experienced lots of hardships in his life, to the point where he and his son even had to sleep in like a public bathroom because they didn't have anywhere to go. But every single hardship taught him to become stronger, and eventually, like because of all of his hard work and like dedication, finally in the end he managed to get a job and have like a happy life with his son as well. So in conclusion, basically it's just like take control. We need to take control of our own lives, because only we can achieve our dreams and to live with purpose and follow our passion. And take like Chris Gardner for example, like because he had so many hardships, especially after his wife left him and he couldn't find a job and no one wanted to buy his like medical machine. He must have felt that nobody cared about him, and he had to rely on himself to like make his life better for him and his son, and eventually he managed to do that by believing in himself. So like for every one of us, maybe if we ever encounter a time where we think that nobody cares about us, maybe I believe that we will be able to have like enough confidence and courage to rely on ourselves and get ourselves out of it into a better place. That's all for today. Thank you. Bye.